Hello Scorpio, happy August and happy end of August. I'm here to do your reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio. And I am glad to be back with you today. So if you haven't already taken a look at the video, and that's the Facts Jack, the new one, you might want to look there because there's going to be some changes coming up. So I'm here to do your reading, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are going to use 2 of these cards for overall energy. This is the Energy Oracle, and I am going, I'm sorry, not the Energy Oracle, but the Divine Oracle. That's it. So I am here to give you 2 of these cards, and then we're going to use 1 of these angel cards, and we're going to get some overall energy here. Spirit, if you could throw us 2 cards, please. Well, that's too many. 2 cards, please, for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It looks like this reading is about love, Scorpio, because we have Be Open to Love. That's your first card. We're going to take this one here. Shine your light. Okay, here we go. So be open to love, Scorpio, and shine your light. I feel like when you shine your light, that is how you're going to find the person that is your person. So shining your light, what does that mean? That means be who you are. Be unapologetically who you are. Be kind, of course, but be honest. You know, when someone says to you, do you like sports, and you hate sports, but that person is so sexy, say you hate sports, because that is going to come up in the relationship years down the road, and it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a speed bump, another speed bump that you have to get over. And let's face it, you know, relationships are a lot of work, right? And you don't necessarily need extra things that are going to work against you. So just be honest. Be honest about who you are and the things that you want. You know, lay your boundaries and don't go outside those boundaries for someone that doesn't fit the bill for you. Okay, we just need 1 of these cards for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Take that one, and it is hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one, and it's true. Sorry. Been reading too much. I've got a dry throat. So, yeah, the optimistic expectations can help change your circumstances. And I want to talk about that for just a second. You know, if you are a person who is negative, you know, acting like an insolent child with the universe is not going to get you what you want. Not threatening to do this or threatening to do that or being in a bad mood, or, you know, that's not going to get you what you want. What's going to get you what you want is by going with the flow, shining your light, taking the high vibing ground, and deciding what you want in this life. And if it is for your highest good, you are going to get that thing. All right, so I've already prayed over these cards, you guys. I am using the Gilded Tarot today. We are going to go for 9 cards. We've got the Page of Pentacles, your first card. Page of Pentacles. What else do we have? We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. The King of Wands. We've got the Hanged Man. 3 more cards, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio. If you're coming here for the first time, thank you for clicking here. My name is Elsie, and I'm your reader. And please subscribe if you can find it in your heart. Oh, 10 of Cups came out. If you can find it in your heart to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here as part of our group, part of our 10 Cups group here. And if you are someone who continues to come back, because you are awesome, thank you so much for coming back. All right, so we end up with the Knight of Wands, the Temperance, and then the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So if you're going to be having the 7 of Wands in your reading, you might as well be in the reverse with that. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So the person's energy that I'm connecting with is someone who is going to be quite abundant or is feeling quite abundant. What does that mean? this is a pentacle, right? These are pentacles. It is the representation of money, but it is the representation of abundance. Abundance in general. So it's not necessarily just about money. It could be abundance in love, abundance in, happiness, great health, that kind of thing. So let me take a look here. I do read it past, present, future. This is about a couple months ago, June, July, August, September, October, November. So we're reading sort of going into the end of the year, but just remember that, energy changes day to day. It is, energy is fluid. It is not linear. So, things can move and change by the day. Okay, so what do I have here? Hang on a second here. Okay, so I feel like in the past, Scorpio, that you have been willing, your heart's been open, you've been willing to learn something new, to, be like the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is learning about finances, learning about abundance, learning about how to, build the roadmap to success. They're new at what they're learning. So I feel like we start this reading with you, maybe coming out of something old and starting something new, because I see you here as the Page of Pentacles, and I feel like that's your energy. You quickly move into the Five of Wands here, though, and the Five of Wands is about arguing with yourself. It's kind of like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And I don't know that you've definitely made up your mind yet, but what I do see here is that in the past here that your walls are up. So you're not really willing to... The word comply is what I'm hearing right now. You're not really willing to comply. And that might mean that you're really not willing to be in a relationship because you're not willing to be accountable to anybody. And I don't blame you, to be honest. It is kind of nice to be able to call your own shots, to be able to do your own thing and not have to check with another. So I think that in the past, I see you being content. Well, I'd say kind of content, not completely content, but kind of content, having your walls up. The thing is about having the walls up, though, Scorpio, is that nothing gets in, but also nothing gets out. So there's no communication. So you can keep yourself safe from things that might try and get in by keeping your walls up. But if you do decide to keep your walls up, nothing can get in, and you can't get out. So it really is sort of a lonely place to be. And I think that the card that I'm looking at the most, that I'm getting the most energy from, is this Five of Wands. I see you wanting the new beginning, and I see you having your walls up. Truth is, you can't have a new beginning if you have your walls up, because that's taking the old garbage, taking the garbage off the foyer of your old relationship and just plunking it on the foyer of your new relationship and expecting things to be different. You still have the same old bag of garbage. You still have the same old bag of tricks. The things you used to do, the things you used to say, you're just going to do that with the next person. So you might as well be healed before you go into the next relationship. And I believe this is you wondering, yes or no, should you bother with a new relationship? Should you? Don't know. Let's go forward a little bit. So I see you in the current energy here. Now I see a Queen of Swords, which tells me that in all of this here, in all of this energy where you should or shouldn't, I believe that you decided that you should. And I believe that has a bit of a disclaimer as well. So I see the Queen of Swords here. She has that sword up, so that tells me that she's ready to talk. And she's not ready to mince words at all. And I think that the person that she is not ready to mince words with is the King of Wands. Now, we do have a king and a queen here, and they're very different, right? She's all about speaking her mind. She's about telling her truth. She's not necessarily going to be kind about it. She really needs to tell you who she is. She's very intuitive, and when she speaks the truth, it's not to hurt feelings. It's just to be honest with you, because she just has been through this too many times. And then we have the King of Wands, and you can see that the King of Wands is looking over at her like, she's kind of looking at us like, yeah, that's right, I'm the one in control. And he's kind of looking over at her like, wow, that's a lady in control. And, that's what someone who is confident in themselves is going to want, is someone who is confident in themselves. So we have these two powerhouse personalities coming together. The Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. The king who's very passionate about all things, his job, the things he loves, passionate about passion, and then someone here who speaks their mind. So this could maybe work out. I feel like there's a lot of really big personalities here. So the Queen could be a business owner, the King could be a business owner, and we could have two people who have very different thoughts of what it means to be the leader. The King of Wands is someone who is a fire sign, right? Which includes Aries, and Aries is a leader. Actually, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, they're all leaders. But, you know, the Queen of Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and all of those people are creative leaders. So, I feel as though we have two people here with very different ideas about what life is about. And so when you meet this person, you decide to go straight into the Hanged Man position just because you really need to think this out. You are not in a business, or you're not in a mindset of compromise here. You've got your walls up, and you are actually not in the mindset here of making a decision because you have your walls up, and you seem to be starting new because you are someone who maybe got out of a relationship recently, and maybe while you were in that relationship, you had your eye on another relationship. So you're worried about getting hurt by the King of Wands because he's a big personality, and the King of Wands is worried about getting hurt by you because the Queen of Swords is a big personality. So yeah, you go into the Hanged Man position and you decide to wait there. Now the King of Wands is at the center of everything here, so that tells me that everything that goes on here, Scorpio, is based on your thoughts about the King of Wands. And the energy of the King of Wands is being confident, you know, being the owner of a business, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who makes sure that everybody has what they need. So I could see how that could be enticing for you for sure. So we have the Knight of Wands in the future here. So the Knight of Wands is bringing in passion. And who's all about the passion? The King of Wands. So the Knight of Wands will come in for the passion, maybe stay, maybe not stay. That's the thing. You're taking a real gamble, a real risk with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands does what he wants when he wants to do it, and he takes what he wants when he wants to take it, and he's never really told no. So you are really thinking on it hard, deciding if you really want to be in that kind of a relationship or not. So the Knight of Wands is the one that's coming forward and saying, hey, you know, passion is first, and may stay, may not stay. All the while, though, you are in balance here. You are in balance because you've decided to ignore the things that others are saying about you. You're deciding to not take offense. Someone once said to me, no offense is given where none is taken, which means that if you decide not to be offended by the thing that the person gives you in terms of words, you will never be offended. And I feel like that's what this is. So you can decide to take your risk. You can also decide to remain balanced, and you could decide not to take it personally. You could decide that this person is really all that you want because you kind of want to be on your own. You want to have your own money. You maybe are after the King of Pentacles. You're after financial stability. You're looking at ending your own passion or your own pain. So maybe you're not too concerned about not seeing the Knight of Wands again. Okay. Take a look here. Yeah, I believe if you are the Queen of Swords energy here, Scorpio, I believe that you are someone who doesn't mince words, that you probably have some error in your chart somewhere. You're probably good with your words, and that you're starting new in a relationship, or you're going from one relationship to another, because I think it's all about the passion at this point, that you haven't had passion in quite some time, and so it's all about the passion. You have decided that you are going to probably give it a shot with the King of Wands, and that you're hoping that things are going to end up balanced, right? Like the Sagittarius, balanced in temperance. And then the Nine of Wands here shows your walls up, shows you thinking it over, and then deciding that you're just not going to take offense if it doesn't work out. It is what it is. It may work, it may not work. Okay, let's get a little more information here. This is the Universal Celtic Tarot. It's my favorite deck to clarify with. Let me just get things in order here. All right, so let's ask. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Why do we have the Page of Pentacles here, please? Ooh. Page of Pentacles is here because of the Two of Pentacles. You've been trying to keep balance. What I love about this card here is that, you know, you've got the universe helping you keep your balance here. And you've been running this, you know, this gamut here for quite some time. You finally find your balance, and then you have people looking on. Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping you find your balance, but they're like, hey, look, she's in balance finally. And then when you finally find your balance, it's time to start anew. And you are deciding that you're not being taken advantage of this time. You are going to be the Queen of Swords. You are going to be someone who speaks their mind. And the person that is going to be your person is just going to have to deal with that. And then we have the High Priestess, which is clarifying the Five of Wands. You've been fighting within yourself, but I think once you connect to Spirit, you do finally make a decision about what you want to do going forward. Excuse me. And I believe that decision comes fairly quickly from the past. I believe that you decide that you're going to move forward, but you're not necessarily going to lower all of the walls. You're kind of still going to have your, you know, trying to be careful with what you do here and who you do it with. You are going to accept an opportunity that comes. That's what you've decided, and maybe even a new start. So that's what we have for the Five of making a decision from the Five of Wands card. So the Nine of Wands, why do you have your walls up here? Nine of Wands. What can you tell me about the Nine of Wands, Spirit? Nine of Wands, please. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, you have been here for a hot minute. You have been here with your walls up for a hot minute. And I feel as though that may be the reason why the last relationship did not work. Because you have decided that your walls are just going to stay up. And if people don't obey, then they'll be gone. I think you're thinking it over this time, though. I think this time might be different. I have a feeling that you're trying to see things from any possible perspective that does not give a repeat of the last time. Yeah, you're ready to start new. This Ace of Pentacles is about beginning anew, and you'd rather it go quicker than slower. So I feel like the energy is going to speed up, that there might be some, you know, some messages from the King of Cups, someone who is deeply in love with you, and someone who may fall for you very quickly. And what do we got for the Queen of Swords here? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. We've got the Knight of Wands. So yeah, the Queen of Swords has decided she's going out to find passion, and not necessarily ready for a relationship, not looking for a job for sure, but not necessarily ready for a marriage, but just, you know, looking to go play the field, to find someone, you know, at the crossroads, to stand at the crossroads, take a new path, and find out what you can find out. The King of Wands here. King of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about cutting out and getting clarity. So it's about, you know, the communication and connection, and it's about learning about what is going to come next. So getting clarity from this King of Wands here, getting clarity to find out exactly what he or she is coming in for. Are they coming in for a relationship? Are they coming in just for the passion? It's time to get some clarity. And I think in the midst of getting clarity, you get a Tower, because I have a feeling that this person is telling you they don't want a relationship. They just kind of want somebody as a +1, someone to cuddle with, someone to watch movies with, someone to go to a wedding with. But they're continually watching you online to find out what you're doing, who you're with, if you're dating. That you may have come from a relationship with an Emperor, or that you are just deciding to take control of your life, your love life, and say, look, I am not the person who is going to be taking taking you at face value. I am the one calling the shots here, and if I decide to date you, the ball's in my court this time. I am going to decide whether or not I want to fight for this relationship or not. Five of Swords. What else do we have here? Yeah, all you want is balance. That's all you want. So whether you do or whether you don't decide to become a couple, all you want here is balance. You could also be favoring a Libra. By the way, that's the Justice card. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So you want something that's abundant, straight up abundant. You don't really want to play the games anymore. Queen of Cups tells me that you're looking for a mate. You're looking for someone, that's your energy. That you're looking for someone, the King and the Queen here tell me you're looking for a soulmate, and you're thinking about that. So you may not take the offer from the King of Fire. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Jeez. Knight of Wands is here because of the Nine of Pentacles. You may just be enjoying being single right now, single and abundant, having a business, enjoying yourself, and not necessarily being in a relationship. Yeah, you're scared to get into a third-party connection again. You just want to enjoy your friends, have good connections. You're just manifesting life, like manifesting enjoying life. Yes, you will have love. Love is coming. That's what the universe says. This is major arcana, something you can't change. So is the Magician, by the way. So you are manifesting love, but you're not necessarily sure that that's going to be with the King of Wands. And the Temperance here. Temperance is the Empress. So now we've got a Taurus in the mix. It could be someone who is a Taurus. It could be someone who is just really abundant, creative, someone who's connected to spirit, someone who is spiritual like you, someone who is balanced like you. Why do we have the Seven of Wands here? Yeah, that's the person that you want to have. You're looking for a relationship that's got to be all or nothing, overflowing, lovely, wonderful, deep, romantic. You want all of those things and you feel as though you deserve them. In the past, you've dealt with this already. You've dealt with feeling like you were chained to somebody and you hightailed it out of there immediately. You're done. You couldn't deal with the devil energy that was coming here. So you went off and you had your time to cry. You're sad for sure. You had your time to cry over it. And then you decided that you're going to be defensive about it. And I think that goes back to this defensive card here. The Seven of Wands is in the reverse here. The Seven of Wands is in the upright here. So you do get a little bit defensive at the end here. But I think it's for a good reason. I feel as though you've been hurt and you do have hope that perhaps that someone is going to come to their senses and decide that they want to give you the things that you want in a relationship. But they've got to be willing, excuse me, they've got to be willing to be able to let you be who you want to be. You can't just turn yourself into someone who you are not. And so don't forget that there are all sorts of ways to get the things that you want. There isn't just one way through. It says adjacent possibilities. You could go through that door, through that door, through that door, through that door. There are all kinds of paths that you can take in this life, and none of them is a path you must take. The universe will throw cards for you, will give you signs and signals if you were supposed to stay on a specific path. So be aware of that. 2 and 4 is 6, and that's balance. So regardless of which door you pick here, you are going to have balance in your life. That's what you're looking for, and so that's what you shall have. So says the universe. And then we have community. You do need to get back in touch with your friends. I think that your friendships may have suffered while you were in your last relationship. And then when your heart broke, that's who's going to support you, is your community. So heal yourself. Make sure that you're healed. Make sure that you're healed before you go into any other relationship. The 7th chakra is the crown chakra. Make sure you connect to universe and make sure you ask as many questions as you need to. And then here comes your connection, your caring connection. And then we have the temple path, which is a place where people can go to meditate, pray. They sometimes get married at the temple path as well. So all of this is at your feet here, Scorpio. You have all kinds of ways you can make this happen if you even want to. You are going to have someone who is going to be in your life in terms of love. It could be a Gemini. We know that it could also be a Libra. It could be an earth sign. It could be a fire sign. It could be the Emperor. But you've manifested it either way. You've manifested it because you just want an abundant life. And I don't blame you, because don't we all? All right, that's all I have for you. Thank you for coming, Scorpio. Thank you so much for everything you do, all the emails you send, the love you give me, of course, always, 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 and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming by, and please look down in the description so you don't miss anything that I'm offering you. Also, make sure that you go take a look at That's the Facts Jack. All right, gotta go. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.